Hey, what's going on? It's Glendon, founder of Hustlers Kung Fu. Today, we're going to delve off into something a little different. Right, just going to make sure that we don't have the issues we had last time. So I'm going to make sure everyone can hear me as they go in. Hold on. Okay, yeah, we should be good to go. Good to go. We're going to talk about the birth of a company. This is something new that I'm doing, and I'm gonna have to switch this around because I can't see. Let's make that smaller. Wow, I caught a live guy. What's up, Melissa? We're going to talk about the craziness of doing a new company. I've had some really interesting challenges hiring new people. And okay, yeah, I checked. I got sound. I don't know what happened last time. It's been really, really crazy because I read a lot of articles about millennials, right? And I didn't know what people were talking about until I got into the fray. I'll give you an example of something that happened. Interviewed someone, I thought it went well. Then after they left, I tried to contact them for more information, no response. Send an email, no response. And I was like, okay. And this is common. This is very, very common, where the lack of communication and manners is at an all-time high. So that went through. So today, and I'm kind of getting ahead. This is one of the things that I'm going to try to do, which is document the birth of a company. Okay, there's Hustlers Kung Fu here, which needs to be cleaned up. So that's one of the jobs that's going to happen. And then there's Mac Daddy Media, which is the video marketing consulting arm of the business. Can't do both by myself and with just a VA. I need more people. And it's a very strange, not strange, I shouldn't say strange. It's very different than most businesses. So I'm explaining this to people and we're having conversations. Then I realized I had to go back to the old Glendon in terms of hiring people. This is how I used to hire people. When someone came in the warehouse and they wanted to load trucks, I would have like a little test. That's like, okay, how would you load this truck? Go. That was the interview, because either they could do it or they couldn't do it. So right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 people doing the job. And this is what I'm doing. This is kind of like not an internship, and I'll pay them. I was like, look, I'll pay them. It's worth it to pay the money to find out if they can do the job now versus later. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm getting ready for the person who will be here on YouTube. I'm getting ready to do something really snazzy, and I got to write that ad up. So what I'm doing is going through this whole process of how to build a company using carbon-based life forms. That's one of the things we're going to do, and you'll get to see that, because one of the things that many of the trolls on the line like to say is, you only make money teaching people how to make money. Well, that's a skill set. That's a bona fide skill set. Most people can't do it. So what I'm going to do to flip the script is to build the consulting business the way that I want to build it, also enhance this, and yet there'll be another company, plus bring in some stuff from some of the clients. Because one of the things that I've seen in this right here, the challenges of hiring people, this is what keeps companies small. This is what keeps companies from growing. This is what keeps your money down here. Your money doesn't get to top shelf level. So we'll document that journey. Now, what I want to get into today is how I'm going to build this company. And this kind of gets into the challenges of hiring people. Everybody has this thing that they want to do, right? There's this thing they like to do, they want to do, and that's all they want to do. And that's cool and that's fine. If that's something you want to do, start your own company. Because if you work for Mac Daddy Media, you're going to be able to do 3 to 4 different things. Now, let me tell you where I got this from. If you ever have a chance to go to the BMW factory in Greenville, South Carolina, it is worth it from a management standpoint alone. And everybody that works there can do 4 things. They can work on 4 different lines. If a new line comes in, those people are trained on that new line. So what happens is you always have people with the proper skill sets to do the job at hand. Now, with the hiring thing, you definitely have some people who don't want to do that because they want to do their one thing. But before I get into that, because it's a bunch of fuckery, I'm going to show you some stuff. Let's see what we got in the chat room. We got Melissa, who finally made the live stream. Tronfit Aikido, what's up? Gabran, what's up? What's up, Michael? What's up? Let's see. Yes, that's the part I love about the videos. It's your personality. How you going to find another you? I'm not going to find another me. I'm going to find an assistant. There's going to be a co-host. I'm not going anywhere, but there needs to be some more stuff here. I've been watching videos on the place to find them useful. Cool, cool. What's up, KK? Brewski, what's up? Yeah, they hate because they want to do it. King flip between wages and competition now seems like the best time ever to hire people. Oh, it's always a good time to hire people, man. If you got a good business idea, always. What's up, Izzy? Quasil, Carlton, what's going on? Roosevelt, good luck. All right, here's the issue. Had a young lady the other day, and it kind of blew my mind because they were saying that what I was offering wasn't enough. Now I'm going to give you the breakdown. It was $14.95 per hour plus commission, Now, what I'm going to have to do is train someone. That's why it's not hire, because it's probably going to take me a good 2 months to train someone, which means I'm going to be working harder. So I'm not going to pay top shelf and also work harder than I'm working now. That makes no sense to me. Plus, if they sell some stuff, they're going to make more in their base pay. Way more, like way more. But the thing is, and I've got a friend who is a human resources manager, and I got another friend who's a recruiter, and we've been talking, and they both said the same thing. It's like they don't see the commission, they only see the base, which means that they want to come in and only do the minimum. That's why they're not even looking at this like, I'm not going to get commission because I'm not going to try to be a superstar. I'm not going to try to rock out. I'm just going to try to come here and get this check. And it's really, really interesting mindset, because when I was out looking for a job, and I don't even know if I even said how I got my first. Yeah, I did that the other day. But I just went in because I didn't have any money. I didn't have any skill sets. I just had general labor. There are many people, and because I'm looking for people with multiple skill sets, and they're kind of like, well, I'm worth more. And I'm like, okay, if you're worth more, why are you struggling? See, there's that reality that a lot of people don't want to, hold on a second, let me get rid of that. There's this reality that a lot of people don't want to accept. I know that I'm worth X amount because I get it. I get the money that I say I'm worth. I'm so busy right now. I recently gave a $40,000 deal to someone because I can't do it. That's how busy I am. And there's this disconnect because as a business owner, you're on commission. If you don't make it rain, you don't get paid. And that's really the mindset that the people that I'm going to hire, and I understand, I'm ready. I got my sleeves rolled up and I'm ready to go to war, because if you want to come up in here and just do the least and get paid the most, it ain't gonna happen. And that's really the prevailing attitude. And then I talked to my friend who was the recruiter, who was saying that with this group, they go to Google, and these would be the millennials, and they want to have the foosball table, the ability to come and go as they please. If you're talented, really, really talented, you can pull that off. But if you're ordinary, fuck no, you can't. And a lot of ordinary people are trying to behave as if they got that high level of talent. Let's see. The Circle of Profit, never heard of it. And Millionaire Fast Lane. Where I'm at with this, and this is something that I recommend a lot of people do. Read a book a month and implement. If you're going to read, implement that book. And typically you can only implement one book a month. I'm not really reading any books. I didn't read, I did Earl Nightingale and some other sales books to do the upscale garage sale. Most of the action that's going to happen is going to come from doing it. Like you can read until the cows come home, but until you go out there and start asking people for money, till you start putting your products out there, your services and stuff, it really doesn't matter. What's up, Avery? Balderdash, what's up? Hiring is painful. Disappointment is around every corner. Ganji, I'm ashamed of my generation for being lazy pieces of shit. Commission forces you to scale up. Yes, it does. Dude, sister homie girl is tripping. Fuck the hourly rate. She's learning how to run a business from a pro. They don't see it like that, man. They don't see it like that. I even put that in the ad. What's up, Lamode? Izzy, you may be also restricted for quality people if you're only looking for people locally. Actually, here's the thing with that. Good question. I'm building a team. And once the team's together, you guys will get to see them. And if they're not, you know, I had a VA. I had 2 VAs and some other stuff. And essentially, this is going to be, quote, a physical company because there's going to be a physical component. This is why I need people who are locally, because there are not a lot of people that know how to do what I know how to do locally. There's a lot of Facebook people. There's a lot of Twitter people. There's a lot of Instagram people. But how many people can come here to YouTube and make millions of dollars without all that other stuff? There ain't that many who can do it. So what I'm going to have is training probably once a week, twice a week, twice a month, where people are going to come in and I'm going to train them on how to do video. So I'm going to need a staff for that. Once again, going back to the BMW leadership and management model. You can't do one thing. You can't do 2 things. You must do 3 to 4. So I know I got to train up, but essentially a lot of people who are, quote, working remote can't do the things that I want. Now, there's a lot of folks out there who are hungry. I just got to find them. Melissa, yes, the neighborhood kid is 17, always saying he wants money, but when I offer to pay him to do lawn and unload the unit, he does not want to do it. Yeah, that's a lot of that. There's a lot of that. What's up, SF? Camilla, a lot of young folks are spoiled. Matthew Campbell, I stopped reading books just to read, and I started giving myself the time to take action from the books I read. That's how you're going to move the dial. That's really it. What's up, Douglas? That's my Bernie Sanders minute so far. He attracts lazy people. Damn, man. Let's see. Avery, when I first started in the marketing game, I was making $25,000 in Atlanta. Nonetheless, principal of the agency taught me the business of marketing, and coming out of the gate, I was working with Smirnoff. Yeah, that's another thing that many people are not looking at, because like I said, I talked to 2 people who've hired way more people than I have. And one friend was just like, you know, I don't care how much commission, I don't care how much potential. They ain't looking at that. They're looking off that base because they know that they're not going to perform, or they're worried they can't do the job and other things. Because when I went for jobs, I never asked someone, it's like, well, I need enough money to pay all my bills. That ain't the responsibility. That's your responsibility. The thing is that someone's coming into the organization. I can understand being happy. And once again, start your own business. I can understand wanting to control your own time, start your own business. I can understand all these things, but you cannot get the perks of an entrepreneur without being an entrepreneur. And that's what a lot of people are trying to do. Tisha, what if you're doing several of these things and nothing seems to be happening? Do you think location could be a problem? I live in St. Louis. Tisha, what exactly are you talking about? Just give me a little bit more context there. Because one of the things that I've seen, and I'm gonna give you hiring 2009, before 2009, and hiring today. I used to hire a lot of warehouse guys, and there's something else too. Like I just got a new housekeeper who is Hispanic, and the day was her first day. She cleaned this house like she lived here, her and her daughter. And this is something else too. And this is why I'm going to aim toward immigrants. She's really a nice looking lady. You normally don't see women like her, quote, in the old way of doing housekeeping. She's got a daughter and they're all doing stuff, because immigrants, regardless of how they look, will put in work. Jamaicans will put in work. They will put in work because it's something you do. Whereas a lot of Americans, I want to work. I want to be pampered. I want to go on vacations. I want to have the 4-hour work week. And I think a lot of people are being misled. I think a lot of people are seriously fucking up their futures, because here's the thing. With a lot of these web people, I'm a web guy. I make all my money on the web. And I know that a lot of these skills that they have that are so valuable, someone's going to make an app, someone's going to do some stuff, and they're not going to be able to get any work. So it is better, and that's kind of the whole thing I'm talking about. You need to have core skills. I can do video. I can do video editing. I can do script writing. I can do copyright. I mean, I can do all of these things well enough to make money. Am I the best ever? No. But I can do all of those things where if I had to, I can make a living from each one. You want your core skills to be like that, not kind of like, I feel that they're valuable. Okay, if they're valuable, where's the money? Where's the money? And I started having conversations because I don't think anyone's telling these young folks this stuff, because one that was saying was not enough. I just kind of broke it down, and there's a screenshot of where I just gave someone $40,000 away. You can't find what you want, but I'm not giving $40,000 away because I'm so busy. And that message, just went over their head, because it was like, oh, he's being elitist. Oh, he makes so much money. No, the fact is I'm trying to school you on some stuff, because if you keep thinking the way that you're thinking, it's going to get worse, much, much worse. Every now, I'm the man after pushing in for 6 years of grinding, working in an agency environment. I contracted my services to agencies and now make more in a week than I did in the whole month. That's called the business, man. Tim Ferriss, he had people long before this. I guess they were his group, but it is crazy. Josh Barr, people forget Tim Ferriss worked 80 hours a week before he wrote the 4-hour work week. That's a big thing. Well, a lot of people don't really pay attention to that stuff. So as we go down this road, because I just decided to, let's see, probably 3 good leads. Because the thing is, you're going to internship, because when I do the interviews for the people who are supposed to be doing YouTube, because I had someone hired and they completely nut it up, didn't want to be on TV, talked to their parents and friends, and they didn't think it was a good for them. Okay, you can't make a decision as an adult. That's going to be really hard for you. And then some other stuff. So I'm going to do, yeah, I got it. I got it all ready. I got my batteries charged. So in the next round, we're going to do a camera test. And they're going to have to introduce themselves. And more than likely, I will probably live stream it just for fun. Because 2, they'll get to see the environment, and they'll get to see how this stuff works. And I will separate the pretenders from the real people. Listen to me, I feel good working hard for my cash. It makes me feel confident and self-sufficient. Self-sufficiency is like a nasty word to some people. I understand collaboration. I understand working together. But if you want to make big money and have a certain level of freedom, it's not going to happen doing the least trying to get the most. It's just not going to happen. And that's a reality that many people don't want to accept. I'm a late church finger. What's the church finger? That's funny. Hold on a second. I need to actually, okay, that's gone. But that's it. Izzy, you can also ask her in the interview, what would you prefer, 15 an hour plus commission or straight pay of 20 hours, to see how motivated they are as a position. One of the things that I have learned from that is most people don't know what they want. They kind of feel what they want. And in one ad I did that, it's like you could take $5 per hour plus commission, or $10 and no commission. Most folks went for the $10. So I already know how that's going to respond. The new thing is to get people in who are good personalities, hardworking, and train them. Because see, that's the thing, because this is the thing that a lot of folks don't understand, because this is relatively new. YouTube's 10 years old. Online video marketing, it's relatively new. And when people talk about marketing, they like to say digital marketing. They don't go video marketing, because they lump it all together, when video marketing is a completely different animal unto itself. It is very, very different. And if you become good at video marketing, you can make a lot of money. I'm talking millions. I know people who started video marketing agencies less than 5 years ago, and they're all doing 7, 8 figures a year, every last one of them. So that's just how new it is, because there isn't competition. Now, if you think video marketing is video production, yeah, there's a bunch of people who are really good editors, who have a really good eye, who can do cinematography. But to create a video that actually makes money, that's a different game. And the people that they were going to learn how to do that stuff, which is really more valuable than the money I'm paying them. But once again, there was 2 who were struggling financially. And I can understand that, and I can appreciate that. But typically, when someone is that pressed, all they see are their immediate needs and kind of like, fuck the company. So I've been there too. I've had that issue. And it's just really, really challenging, because one of the things is, like, I tell you guys all the time, is running a business is tough. And this is one of the things, because a lot of people won't talk about this stuff, but the thing is, I've been through it before. When I was selling office furniture, I had to hire and find crews, which was always dicey. And some crews would do good jobs, some would cost you money. And then it taught you that you have to actually lay out everything, all of your expectations. I expect you on time. I expect everyone to be wearing a uniform, because if you don't say these things, folks just show up. I want everyone doing this. They need to have their little booties. They need to do this. And you just have this checklist. And then you have the guy that you hired to sign off. So if something's funky, it's like, look, you saw this checklist. Why wasn't it done? Because they agreed to do it. And these are things that just come from experience. Like, I felt today was probably the most engaging, the most stuff really done, because there's 5 people. Because also I'm doing stuff for a client. So that's another reason. But a lot of folks just don't want to work. I'm using referrals. I'm using people I know. I'm using Craigslist. And I'm going to try a few other sites, because typically, someone recommended that I go on LinkedIn and start recruiting people. Here's the problem with that. I need people who are ready to work like now. So if someone's got a job and they're a good employee, they got to give a 2-week notice. Also, I'm not trying to hire someone out of state, because I get a lot of people. That's something else too. A lot of people who don't live in Atlanta check out the Atlanta job boards like crazy. And for the personal assistant, I got people from California, from New York, Texas, Louisiana. I was like, whoa, I'm getting ready to move there. Okay, let me tell you where I'm not gonna do that. I interview someone, and then they uproot their life to move here, and they turn out to be a shitbird, and I gotta fire them. I don't even want to deal with that. I'd rather deal with someone local. They get fired. They got their friends, their family, they got a support system. Where someone just coming in, and I'm under no false impression just because you're moving that you're going to come in and do this amazing job. No. So that's another thing. Let's see. What the heck did this freeze? That's funny. Okay. Do you observe body language when you interview a potential employee? Hell yeah. Body language is important. Receiving and answering into a question. I learned that from Judge Judy. Oh, it's big time, because I kind of saw that with someone recently, and it turned out, because one of the things is I didn't go quite with my gut, because I haven't been in this environment, and I knew it was going to be challenging. So now I've got enough information where I'm coming at them a totally different way, because the new thing is, for the folks who are going to be on YouTube, this is the simple instruction, and there's so many people are afraid of it. Take your phone, shoot a video saying, hi, my name is such and such, and I'm your community manager. That's one of the tasks. And if they don't do this task, they're not even getting in the door, because that's super simple. It's just like grabbing your phone, bam, that's it. You can't do that. You can't do the rest of this. You can't. And that's where what I'm finding to be really, really intriguing, because I'm thinking everybody's on social media, everyone's taking pictures, everyone's doing live video. No, there's a lot of people who are scared shitless of that. What's up, Diana? There's just a lot of people who can't do it because let's see. This is going to be the setup. I've got, oh, here's something else too. I tell them in the interview because there's an office, but this show part's going to be done here in my basement. And I tell them this, and they're cool in the interview. Then they go home and talk to mom, dad, and all of a sudden it ain't cool. Like, and this is what's funny. It's more risk to me than it is to them. So part of that is very unique. It's very different. And I know some people just like, well, don't do this, do this. I was like, no. I'm used to doing shit that other people can't do. When I wrote that first book, someone told me, it's like, that's not going to work out. Hold on. And yeah, I had a lot of people saying that. And a lot of folks like, don't do this. But once again, the harder it is, the greater the reward. Because I was out walking the dog and I started smiling. I said, this is some bullshit. This is really, really hard. And I was like, damn, this is so much opportunity. This is so much fucking opportunity because no one knows about it. This is before the trend. This is before everyone jumps on, because everyone's like, all the social media people are like with Facebook or Instagram and Twitter, but none of them have video experience because video is a hard animal. And if you can be really good with video, you can write your own ticket. Glenda, what positions are you hiring for? I might know some folks to help you out. I'm real persnickety when it comes to talent. There's only one standard, and that's excellent. What's up, Tom? Oh yeah, the show's going to be back. There will, at some point in the future, be someone else, a co-host. You will see some more people percolating in the background as we build this thing, because part of the reason I want to do Mac Data Media is it fulfills some stuff that I've always wanted to do as a kid, because we'll be building shows, we'll be writing scripts, we'll be doing all kinds of wonderful content that's fun. Plus, Custer's Kung Fu is going to get much, much better. A lot better. And it gets to be interesting because when we get to the e-commerce stuff, because I was telling someone who does social media the things that I do, and they were just blown away, because each one of these social media people that I've talked to, they've never heard of some of the stuff that I brought up. They've never heard of the websites. I think when we're in Facebook and you know all of the people in the social media sphere, most of the people out there, they've never heard of these people. There are millions upon, no, I would venture to say hundreds of millions of people have never heard of Ty Lopez. Hundreds of millions have never heard of Gary Vee. Hundreds of millions. Never heard of these people. Yet, because we're online and we know these people, we automatically assume that everyone else does. And that's just not the truth, which means there's so much opportunity to grow. There's so much opportunity to build your business. And part of this is you're going to need 4 core skills. Number 1, you're going to need to know how to sell. You're going to need to learn how to market. You're going to need to learn how to build content. And you're going to need to learn how to build teams. Those are just 4 very important skill sets you're going to need if you want to do internet world. I know there's the Lone Ranger. There's a lot of people you see who have teams of 10 to 20 people, and they never talk about them. They're like, yeah, I got a team. And if you saw the team, because typically it's going to be a paid traffic guy, it's going to be a Facebook guy, because typically they separate those now. There's going to be someone for the website. There's going to be customer service. There's going to be some, like I said, one guy said typically behind most of these guys is at least a basketball team or a couple. So it's going to be 5 to 10 people doing things for them, because it's just, especially if you got a lot of traffic to your website. I mean, it's amazing how much help you need. Let's see. Melissa V, amen. How many bodies are you going to have up there in that basement, up in your renter's insurance? That's so funny. I only know their names from you saying them. Wow, Melissa. Exactly. I just told someone about Uber. Seriously. I got 3 members so far. I'm looking to have 10. You're late, Rod Share. Just rewind the video because your questions will be answered because I already know where you're going. Melissa, I broke my toe last summer. Oh, ouch. Could not go to any auction, so I looked up videos to at least feel like it. I was doing something. I found your stuff. Wow. That's hopefully you're better. But typically, my team, going to Rod Share is going to be way different because I started off in the physical world. And here's a question, and I've asked it before. Some of you know the answer. How much commerce being all of the business transactions from going to the grocery store, going to Target, going to a restaurant, buying a car, buying a house, how much of that stuff do you think is done online versus the physical world? Percentage wise, just throw a number in there. Never broke action pack. What's up? Okay, glad you're all better. Oh, let's see. Can I do this? I can do this on my phone. Let's see. Yeah, I can do this on my phone. Hold on a second. A lot of people. Let me find it. Okay. Some more. Is this? Yeah, there it goes. So making some changes. These are going to be the new t-shirts. I don't know if you can see them. It still looks a little blurry, but you're going to get the gist. That's a little bit better. Those are the new t-shirts. Let's see, go this way. There's another one. A lot of stuff's going to change around here. A lot of stuff. But it'll be for the better. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's see. Whoa. Let me go. Oh man, y'all jumped on that one quick. Lawrence Q, 10%. Devon, 81% physical. Josh Bart, when you say good with video, as performing, talking in front of the camera, or good with video and video editing? Neither. Being able to create a video that makes money. That's a whole different animal. Anyone can make a really good video. Anyone can make an entertaining video. But to craft a video that will someone pull out their credit card or pull out their cash and buy some, that's what I mean by being good with video. Dustin, 8% online. Avery, oh yeah, these guys are running around agencies for marketing agencies. You need at least the following: 2 account executives, 2 to 3 creators who specialize in web media, 2 business development people. Quazel, 10%, 80% physical. Diana Thompson, 6%. Fair Fighter, 40%. 70% live, but we all research online. Nope. The closest one was 8%. It's between 8% and 9%, and that's the highest it's ever been, and that was last year. 8 to 9% of all commerce is done online, which means 91 and 92% is done out here. Hence why Mac Dad and Media is going to do some local projects, because I can build it, I can scale it faster, but I will need people here. I will not need people, quote, working remote. That's the thing. Plus, I have so much business that I can't get to that I need a team that I can dictate and say, look, you do this, and we can have production meetings, not online, but face-to-face. Because as someone was saying about body language, you can tell a lot. You can tell a lot about body language. And I want people who can be part of it. Like I'm having a live event. It's going to be a live training event. It's not going to be like just come and we're going to talk about getting wealthy. It's going to be, hey, step 1, this is what you do. Step 2, this is what you do. It's going to be one of those kind of events. And that's the reason I also need people. If you need a professional graphic designer to add value, I appreciate that. We got one. That was one of the hires. We got a full-time designer. That's actually who's doing this. See, because this person's been on like I guess a month now. Wow, it's been a long time. So every time I need something done, I can like get it done. I don't have to go and talk to a new person. And probably at some point, there's going to be 2 full-time designers on the team because we've got that much work. One team, one dream. How can I get down? GJ Quick voice. That's fun. No, that's going to be a lot of stuff. And typically it takes time because, like I said, I've been through this before. And I've not been through the quote millennial challenge. And I asked my friend who does the human resources things, like, can you put an age requirement? No, you can't do that. That's illegal. So what I've been doing, and I'll be honest, I've been creeping down Instagram. I've been creeping down Facebook pages. I've been looking at other people's friends to get an idea of how old they are. And if one, I see fuckery on their page, and also this is something else that's coming. They're going to make it illegal for you to look at someone's Facebook page and quote, make a determination. Good luck enforcing that. Good luck with that. Yeah, that's coming down the pipeline because a lot of people are doing crazy stuff, and that's just who they are. You know, that's how I look at it. And the thing is, there's a lot of stuff that's coming I can't get into, but it's going to be awesome. Erica, growth is beautiful. Colson Seymour, yeah, I want the position, dude. I'm right here in the area, ready to roll. I'm 20. I'm number. Let's see. I can relocate only 5 hours away. That's funny. Let's see. Only 2 no alternatives for designers. I think 2 is going to be enough for now. And that's probably going to be a month or 2 away. I don't know. It just really depends. Because like I said, there's a lot going on. Izzy, with your skill level, I would think people would like to line up to work for your minimum wage just to learn from you. People who know me from YouTube, possibly. People who don't know me, they don't know who I am. I'm just some guy with an ad out there and doing an interview. They don't know anything about me. They see the channel and like, so what? I'm like I said, there's millions, hundreds of millions of people who don't know who Gary Vee is, hundreds of millions who don't know who Ty Lopez is, even more people who don't know who I am. That's just fact, which is a beautiful thing because there's so much room to grow. There's so much room. And, you know, this is one of the challenges of running a business and stuff, because a lot of folks wouldn't come on there and say this. They're like, I got this on lock. It's going well. They're pulling their hair out and shit. But they won't tell you that, because any successful business owner who started his business and didn't inherit it, and he had to hire people, has gone through something like this. If you find one and just that, they go like, yeah, oh shit, yeah. And some people are terrified of hiring, that this is the reason recruiters exist. This is the main reason. Damn, I'm going to be seeing buildings all over the country and be done with your name on it. You know, it's funny. I had a dream. And I went up, there's a building in Chicago. I don't have the money now, but I'm working on it. Selling for 18 million. It's 22 stories tall. It's a very historic building, because that's the goal. I want to own the building and put, you know, the company name, not so much my name, but the company name on it, because that is a whole different real estate level. Once you have a building with a name on it, that enhances the building so much. Let's see. Matt Marino, who's that? I know Grant. I know Tim Ferriss. Let's see. But what'd you think if they are interviewing, they would have checked you out? Oh, I've had some people check me out, but once again, they don't understand it. Oh, Erica, they don't know them here. I have told folks 4-hour work week, and they looked at me like I'm crazy. Yeah, because one of the things that I've learned is this is real new and scary. Let's go back to 8% of all commerce done out there. There's a lot of people who can live and not really do that much online, you know, order some stuff from Amazon, but there's people who still get all of their stuff from Target, Walmart, Macy's, and they don't order online. There's a lot of people who do not order online. So that's what I'm saying. There's so much room to grow. And if you have these 4 skill sets of learning how to sell, market, create stuff, and build teams, there's millions of dollars out there with your name on it if you can do those things. I mean, this is a big thing. A lot of folks don't know what this stuff is, because sometimes when I would quiz these people who are internet folks, they don't know who the main folks are out here in marketing. Let's see. Matt Marino has a $100 million trucking company. Videos and books is like the Grant Cardone trucking industry, telling for young folks to get that money. Oh, okay. That's what I'm talking about. There's so much room for growth, because if you go ahead and pick your plot in the sand, something you want to do and stick with it. Because the guy on there, I was on the phone today with a guy, and his thing is he wants to be a journalist. He's like, I'm not doing anything else, and until I get that, this is what I'm doing. I think that's pretty cool because he's got goals. It's like talking to astrophysics to a wino. I mean, it really is. But that's good stuff because it means it's wide open that you can go ahead and create something, create a brand. And this is something else too. A lot of people are creating, quote, personal brands based on their name. I am creating a brand that is not on my name. Mac Daddy Media, there will be t-shirts, there will be other stuff. I'm trying to de-emphasize myself. That's the reason I took the channel from Glenn and Cameron, the Hustlers Kung Fu. I want to be the guy behind the scenes. I want to be Geppetto, you know, manipulating the strings, controlling the puppets. Yeah, that's who I want to be. And my goal is to get there in 5 years. It's just a real interesting thing. But yeah, you'll see more stuff, and there'll be like a new series. Now let's talk about the live streams. I'm going to live stream as often as possible, but for days that I don't live stream, I'm going to go back to creating the driving videos. I'm going to have other videos and stuff, maybe behind the scenes stuff, and I'll just put them on a separate playlist because I don't know how I'm going to do it, but because I got to tell these people, I think it's really unfair to just pull out the camera and like, oh, you're on live stream on YouTube and they don't know it. That would bother me if someone did that to me. So I'm going to let them know. And that way we can roll, and, you know, maybe you can ask them some questions. Now, these will not be, they would just pop up. I will use my cell phone because I'll be at the office. So yeah, I might like, hey, you know, here is so-and-so, and I'll have them do their little thing, because the big thing is creating a community manager, someone to have a phone number where you can like call them up and ask a question. And I'm really big about the onboarding process. One of the things that happens with online courses is a lot of people get lost, and I don't care how simple you think you make it, there's usually some they're going to miss. So as I see it in the future for the new stuff that's coming, you're going to order, and then someone's going to call you and just kind of like, okay, walk you through stuff. This is where you start, answer a few questions. Well, I got to let these folks know they're on camera, because I'm going to ask them before I do it. I'm just not going to pop it on them. Brewski, I probably don't name in my real name, but you no, man, do what you want. I'm just saying this is what I'm doing. If that makes you comfortable and happy, do it. I'm not doing it. I'm trying to get away from being the name, you know, because if I ever wanted to sell these things, it's a lot easier to sell if it's not in my name. What's up, Cody? Oh, so like I said, that's the plan. We don't know how this is going to work out. We don't know. And, you know, and also I'm going back to my old interview tactics. I was a little brutal, and I see that I need to be even more brutal than I was, because I've been very internet friendly lately. And oh no, when I would interview someone to work in the warehouse, the looks on their face, the questions that I ask them, I'm going back to that. It's going to be fun. All right, so we got what? Where are we with this? I'm in the wrong thing. Okay, we're like 43 minutes. No, you should buy your name. JebBush.com was owned by President Trump. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. That's really fun. No, I have my name. I bought that domain years ago. It used to be a furniture store. I still got that. Built to sell. Oh, there's just some things, because like going with this video up here talking about the 5 accounts you need for your business. I had to move a bunch of money from the merchant account today to the operation account. And there's a way you have to do it, because when you go to reconcile your books and you talk to your accountant, all that stuff's got them jive up. You know, it's like, okay, well, there was 30,000 that came in here. Where'd they go? There has to be a paper trail, a path, some way for them to like put all this stuff together. Tom Jones, you're really putting a lot of energy into customer service, and that's good because most companies' customer service sucks. LOL, Tom Jones. Well, this is the thing. Like the new stuff is going to be really, really deep, and it's going to be more expensive. The price point's going to go up. We'll do payment plans. So, oh, something else too. I'll get to it in a minute. Izzy, I'm surprised people walk into an interview and do not do any research on their possible employer. Okay, I intentionally made it hard for them to do research because when they would come in, I would answer from a Gmail account. And I would go, Cameron, because I'm real easy to find. And I actually wanted to see people come in naked because, all right, you come to this channel, there is no mission statement on it. And you're kind of like, what does this guy do? What's the job? They're going to come in with a bunch of questions that really is a distraction. And one of the things you want to do is control the narrative when you're hiring people, because let's just say someone comes in, like I'll give you an example. This happened this weekend because I was working this weekend. There was this girl, she was a writer. I was interviewing for the writer position. Well, I was going to think about it. And she had a lot of skill sets that we needed for another job that paid not twice as much, but 3 times as much. And she asked for some links and stuff. So I sent her the links and everything. And then she said, oh, we're not a good fit. I'm like, is this Match.com? And I said nothing. I said, you have a great day. A lot of people are really, really fucking lazy. They feel that having a 5-minute conversation is a waste of their time. Seriously. And these people, there was this web designer, and this is how we ended up getting a full-time designer. She didn't know how to sell. She didn't know how to run a business. She lost $40,000. Maybe more, just poof. And it was a referral. That's what's so wild. It was a referral business that she had. Cool. By the way, I'm 41 years old. So grown man attitude, no fuckery. That's funny. Cody, I will always research because you never know what the employer will ask. I think I do more research on them because, all right, here's the thing. It's Mac Daddy Media. There's no website. And they're being hired for a new company. So a lot of people weird out, and I'm like not hiring them for Hustlers Kung Fu because everyone's going to be under that Mac Daddy Media payroll. So that's the whole thing, because it's a new company that's a spinoff of an existing 8-year-old company. But once again, it's the internet. People are scared. People want reliability. I don't know what the hell people want. I've seen some fuckery, but this is part of the journey. This is what, you go through to grow a business. Even before this, I've had people not come to work, just not show up, no call, no show. I've had people, you know what, I'm done, and just walk out from the warehouse. I'm like, where are you going? I'm done, bye. A lot of people have things going on in their life, and it makes them do some crazy stuff sometimes. Hood Discovery. I've been waiting for a while, and I'm wondering what you do, but I have an idea, but I don't really know, and it's still come to watch. See, that's the thing. The last 3 months, I have only been just talking about life and stuff. Life, business, concepts, philosophy, to see if this show would work. Now, when Hustlers Kung Fu relaunch, there's going to be a very clear path. Now, essentially, I sell information products. That's what I do. It's real simple. If you go on every video, you see all of this stuff under these videos, which I'm going to change that and actually pull that down today, because there's going to be new stuff coming in there. Because like I said, the first persons, they're probably going to come on, they're going to be the writers, then my executive assistant, and then I'm going to circle back to the YouTube person, because I got a plan this time, a bigger plan, and they're going to have to perform, or they're not going to get through the front door. So this is really it. Yeah, people know what they don't want, which is real easy. I don't want to be cold. I don't want to be hot. I want to, yeah. But see, that surface shit. Like, I want to run the company. I've wanted to do it since I was in high school, and that's what I did. And many people on that level are like, what will keep you entertained every day? What thing in your life will you never get tired of doing? What is that thing? A lot of people, I don't know. But you're right. They do know what they don't want, but what they really want, what really will make them up and wake them from the bed every morning, fill their life with purpose, make them smile. Because I'm sitting out there, like I said, I was sitting a little, walking the dog, and I started smiling because this shit's hard. Because I'm smiling because I know how much money that means it is. If it was easy, that means it's saturated. That means everyone knows about it. If you look at the copywriting things, marketplace awareness. The marketplace awareness for this is damn near non-existent. You understand how valuable that is? There's a lot of people, well, you need video. How do you need video? Where do you put your video? How do you construct it? How do you deploy? What do you use? What do you put in your video? How do you open it? Where are your CTAs? Huh? Yeah, they know they need video, but they don't know the ingredients and the elements of video. There's a lot of people out here who are spending major bucks on the video that's not going to go anywhere because they didn't do their proper deployment plan. I see that all the time. Someone spent a lot of money, hi, this is Bill or Bill's insurance agency. It's got the nice background. It's a great camera and no views, none whatsoever. I see it all the time. All right, so I'm about to bounce in. What's today? Tuesday. So we're going to start with some of the new stuff next week. I'm just going to be here giving you the behind the scenes of this madness that's called building the company, which is got fun today because after I talked to my two friends Sunday, I got a better bead on this group. And I know there's some amazing millennials out there, some young people who are really to roll up their sleeves and go to work. And more than likely, I'll kind of encounter a few, but I'm probably going to skew older. That's probably what I'm going to do because I don't have time for them to wait and realize what a great opportunity this is. It's like you miss it, fine. Because how many people have missed an opportunity, missed a relationship, and look, sometimes it takes a person 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, but oh shit, that was it. And some of these folks are going to have that kind of moment. It may be a while, but yeah. Because the thing is, I look at this as like when I started the storage auction part of the channel, nobody was doing it. Nobody was doing it. It was just wide open. So with that, I'm about to bounce. Let's see. So that's cool. All right. This week, I got more interviews and stuff. So the live streams will not be at any particular time. Some of them may be even at night, just letting y'all know. All right, so thanks for coming out, and I'm gonna catch you guys later, and I am out.